Welcome back. This module I am going to talk about key processing steps for MDM. According to DAMA framework, the key processing steps for MDM at a high level are data model management, data acquisition, data validation, standardization and enrichment, entity resolution, data sharing, and stewardship. So we can break this into sub-steps. Maybe I can start from data collection. Now, data collection from diverse data sources and formats. With the proliferation of digital touchpoints, data pours in from various sources like CRM, ERPs, website, third-party vendors, and more in any organization. So, ensuring harmony among diverse data structure, formats, and quality standards from these sources pose a significant challenges in the data collection stage. For that, we have a data validation step. So in the data validation, we might use some tools, analysts, and SMEs. This is a process of identifying data errors and likely incorrect or defaulted values and try to remove them from the system. So data quality and integrity is a big concern at this point in time. So consolidating data is not just about bringing it together. It is about ensuring that this unified data is accurate, timely, and relevant. Because poor data quality can result in misguided strategies, wrong forecast, and misplaced business priorities. So very important other step is data integration. So within data integration, you can see data modeling, data profiling, data cleansing, maybe managing the structured and unstructured data, then data merging, migrating, and replication, then ETL process, ETL is merge, extract, transform, load, design, and development, then data warehousing setup, then, there are legacy and third-party interfaces to be configured for data ingestion. So data integration is a totality of all these sub-processes. Who will do this data integration? That is a big question during this data management process. So moving on, we will have the data enrichment stage. This stage we are doing the data standardization and data enrichment. So what is the data standardization? It's ensuring data content conforms to standard reference data values. Example, country codes, telephone number, then some of the fields like address. They should adhere to certain standards like formats and so on. So coming to data enrichment, is adding extra value to collected values to improve completeness by bringing external data. For example, the credit score. So if you can bring a credit score to the customer by integrating external vendors, then data is enriched and makes more value to that. So that's a standardization and enrichment. Then another step in the process is data governance. So data governance is setting up proper access and security mechanism. So handling data is a huge responsibility, isn't it? Because we should provide the right data to the right people. We should have data integrity, compliance, and setting up the governance policies and framework. As I mentioned already in one of the videos, that this is a DAMA wheel where data governance is placed at the center and all the data management activities are surrounding this data governance. So it's very, very important steps in MDM, setting up the governance policy around data. See, setting up the data management is not a one-time job. Yes, setting up is one time, but that requires constant maintenance to keep the data quality and governance process, format, and compliance, and so on. So data stewards require intervention at the timely manner to maintain the quality of the data. That's another steps here. Next one is the data distribution. So once we have set up the MDM, it has to be distributed to the transaction system and also the analytical system. So how to distribute master data for organizational use? That's all managed at this data distribution level. So finally, we see that the continuous monitoring of the data is required for maintaining the data quality. Probably we'll set up a dashboard or monitoring system to see the changes, the quality, the standards, and rules of the data. Then, to summarize this stage, the stages and steps of MDM framework consist of identifying sources, producers, and consumer of master data, collect and analyze metadata, appoint data stewards, then implement data governance and program and council, then develop master data model and choose a tool set, then design the infrastructure, generate and test master data, then modify producing and consuming systems, then implement maintenance process. So with that, we have covered all the main steps under MDM process. Next, we will see what are the MDM roles.